Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, this is Randall McKissack, lifelong Cleveland Browns fan. Here's my question, my comment. I'd like to hear more about what the coaches are doing in the off-season to improve their leadership, communication skills, and play calling. And what are the Browns doing to improve the facilities, scouting, and the fans' in-game experience? We hear a lot about what the players got to do, but we don't hear what the organization or what the coaches have to do to make sure we have a successful season. I'd like to hear your comments. Thanks.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in Randy Gurzy from Dog Pound Daily. Randy, relative to leadership with the coaches, you switched out two of your three coordinators. That will change the leadership dynamic. And I think bringing in different personalities, very different personalities, will help a little bit as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think you did get an interesting set of personalities here where you have a guy who's had, decades of experience in Jim Schwartz, who even had experience as a head coach. And then you have an up and coming young guy taking over special teams in Bubba Ventrone. So I think that's one of the things that we're seeing that the coaches are doing. Another thing that we are seeing is the moves they're making to improve the talent on the team. And let's be honest, if the team wins and they do better, that improves the fan experience, like he was asking about as well. So I think we can see what they're doing, what they're trying to put together, and kind of that base that they're trying to build with their coaching staff.
And relative to play calling, I didn't have a problem with Kevin Stefanski's play calling. Other people I know did. Play calling is really dependent on the quarterback, and when you break it up the way you did with an offense that was kind of worked around Jacoby Brissett, and then you tried to tweak it with Deshaun Watson. The offense wasn't the problem a season ago. The defense was a huge problem.
The defense was, and you're absolutely right. They were trying to, get through the there's no better way to say it. They're just trying to get through 2022 with that offense. They knew, I don't think they thought Deshaun Watson would really even play at all. Once they found out he was going to come and play for 6 games, it was more of, okay, what do we got to do for the first 11 games? How do we get him acclimated? But even with all of that going on the offense, they were 7-10 and had 5 games, I believe it was, where they lost by a score or less. You have games like the Atlanta game, the New York Jets game, where they completely, melted down and blew a 13-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go. So just a couple games like that, you still going to put together a winning record if you even had a defense that was, just 5% better than what they had last year. So the defense was definitely the problem. I don't think that play calling was an issue whatsoever. I think there's a lot of times that execution was an issue. And I think that goes back to the players. It's easier just to blame the coach and say that the play was bad when it doesn't work. But at the same time, if those plays are working, they're going to call the coach a genius. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there.
Yeah, play calling is one of those things. When you're winning, the play calling is great, and when you're losing, the play calling just isn't quite there. So I agree with you wholeheartedly.